Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about Teepublic and Redbubble. And I got this comment from Gustavo. Shout out to Gustavo. He wants me to talk more about Teepublic. And I got a few other comments about Teepublic in the past few days. Basically, guys, for those who don't know, Teepublic is generally a lot less competitive than Redbubble is. There's no question about it. Now, I'm not saying that you'll make more money on Teepublic. I'm just saying it's less competitive. That's all I'm saying. I know a lot of people can take that and run with that and say, well, you can make more on Redbubble or you can make more on Teepublic. I'm not going to necessarily say that because obviously everybody's skill is different and the concepts of different platforms, they're slightly different, okay? They're a little bit different. There are some nuances that make Redbubble drastically different than Redbubble, but overall, Redbubble and Teepublic, but overall they are somewhat similar. At the end of the day, Redbubble bought Teepublic and acquired the company. And if you look a lot of like the algorithmic setups, Teepublic and Redbubble are very similar. For those who are curious as to what is going on right now with my Redbubble account, I'm actually putting a video together that you guys will see maybe in the next couple of days or whenever it happens. Basically, where we're putting the favorite bot, the Redbubble favorite bot, to the test. And the whole concept of the video, which should come out soon, is that I'm using this favorite bot to do 250 favorites total, and we'll see what the results of those 250 favorites are. So I already did 120, so there's 120 on this current page. You could see here, and we favorited all of them, so I'll go simply to the next page and let things get cracking. So I'm going to type over here. I think like 120 is the number. So 120 for the amount that's on the page. I'm not sure if there's really 120 on the page. I didn't count it, nor do I plan on counting it. I'm just simply sharing that that's how it's going to go down. 2 to 6 second variation. Hit start, and that's what I got going on my account right now. You guys will see the account. It's literally just like a test account just to show you guys the results. I have 5 designs on the account, but like I said, that video will come out in the future. Today we're talking about Redbubble and Teepublic. Teepublic, guys, and this was the comment that Gustavo said. He said he's managed to make, I can't remember the exact numbers. I think it was $60 or $80 or whatever the case may be. I don't remember. Shout out to Gustavo. He said, I made X amount of dollars on Teepublic, but I haven't made any money on Redbubble. And Gustavo's been commenting a lot in the comments, so I'm fully aware of his situation. We reviewed his store in the DIY Income Tutorials channel. If you guys want to go ahead and check on YouTube, literally just search DIY Income Tutorials right here, and you could see here this store, this video that we recorded 11 days ago, I believe had his store in it. I'm not sure. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but these Redbubble review videos is what had one of his stores in there, and basically, we kind of pointed out the things that were right and wrong. But that was in that video. But the point is that he was saying he's making money on Teepublic, not necessarily on Redbubble. I will say that because of the nature of Teepublic, it is drastically less competitive. You look at the stats, they're verifiable. It's the same thing. Teepublic as a whole, as a platform, gets less traffic than Redbubble. However, there's much more creators there is on Redbubble than there is on Teepublic. Hence why there is a huge deficit in competition. With Teepublic, guys, for those who don't know, there's a mechanism within Teepublic to where if you're a creator, it's not like you just get approved to the marketplace. Now, what I mean by that is Teepublic has a search function, right? So if I search for fish, okay, let's just search for the keyword fishing. Fishing is better, okay? Fishing is a great niche. Everybody loves fishing, right? Fishing, okay? These designs that you see here, these are approved in the marketplace. The sellers of those designs are approved in the marketplace, okay? If you're not approved, meaning they don't want you to be on the marketplace, you're not going to be on the marketplace. In the Teepublic course, for those who don't know, we actually do have a Teepublic course. I rarely talk about it, but it exists. The Teepublic course, I've shown a section on how I got accepted to the marketplace. I showed exactly what I did, how to set it up, etc. But the point is that in this Teepublic landscape, because there is this, and I just want to check if it's still working. Yep, it's still working. Okay. Because there's this formality, I guess you can call it, where you need to have approval, and it's not the type of thing that you could just go out there and click a button and then all of a sudden you're approved, right? They actually pick and choose who they want. Because it's a situation like that, it drastically reduces the amount of competition. You'll have people, and you might have people literally maybe creating on Teepublic right now as we speak that do not know that this function exists. They can go on creating 50, 100, 200 designs, spend 6 months doing that because, let's face it, most people are not consistent with their work. So that, let's say they create 200 designs over a 6-month period, thinking that their design should get attention the whole time, but never gets a single eyeball, right? And that's because they're not approved for the marketplace. Now, just because something is not necessarily approved for the marketplace doesn't mean you can't make money. For example, with Teepublic, if you're like an influencer or a celebrity, if you post designs and they're still not in the marketplace, you can still make money off of them. You could take the link and promote it to fans, followers, whatever, and make money. That's just one simple example. There's many ways to do this. This is one simple example, right? You can do that, and you can make money doing that, and that's pretty cool. But you could think of it as almost like an e-commerce store. But in that case, your profit margins, if you set them especially to the defaults, they're going to be a little bit lower. But once again, it's a place where you could sell something. But at the same time, what I'm trying to say here is that mechanism within Teepublic drastically reduces competition. Now, people might say, well, that's a good thing. I want less competition. Well, yeah, that sounds great, but you also have to worry about the fact that you're getting into the platform. A lot of people, for some reason, are just not approved. Now, I'm not going to say what those reasons are. Like I said, I've shown how to do it in the course, and I'm not selling the course. I'm just simply saying that that's something we show in the course. Now, with Teepublic, guys, there is a community of people on Teepublic that believe that Teepublic is just simply more profitable. It's easier to make money, and I could definitely understand why that is. I've seen the results firsthand, and I'll give you an example as to what I'm actually talking about. On Teepublic, when I first started Teepublic, I started getting sales right away. On the flip side of that, Zazzle, when I first started, I did not make any sales right away. In fact, it took me almost 3 months, like a full 3 months. I think on the last day of the 3 months, of the last month of the third month, I finally made a sale on Zazzle. Now, granted, it was a bulk order, so it was pretty good, but still, it wasn't enough money for 3 months of worth of work. The point with all this, and what I'm trying to say is that Teepublic, is very similar to Redbubble, is the demographics are very similar. I'll say that right now. The demographics are very similar in terms of the age groups, the things that people are looking to buy, things like that. But there's a whole less load of spam on Teepublic. And it's a lot more like a no-nonsense community. And what I mean by that is you can't do the things that you do on Teepublic that you can on Redbubble. If there's somebody who goes out there and starts spamming like crazy on Redbubble, trust me, you're not gonna go far on Teepublic doing that. And that's actually a good thing. And I actually look positively at something like that, because if I'm on a platform, it might give me that extra reassurance to go out there and know that my designs aren't being abused and taken advantage of. Now, with that being said, it's not unheard of to where somebody on Teepublic can create certain designs, not be on other platforms, and take those designs, right, like something like this, steal it, and then putting it on Redbubble. Happens all the time. In fact, it happens more often than not, because let's be honest, bad people exist. Now, it sucks. It's not something that I would want to happen, but it happens. And when we talk about situations like that, the best thing to be aware of and to understand is that when you're in a position like this, guys, and somebody's stealing your work, go ahead and report it. Don't wait. Don't wait. Report it. Get rid of it. But the point is that maybe you're looking for a platform that might have less competition. The first battle that you're going to have to go through is you're going to have to get past this approval. Once you get past that, and like I said, I'm not going to talk about that here, but once you get past that and you get approved, then you have to start understanding the functions of the algorithm. One of the things that's interesting about Teepublic that I've not really have seen too much, I've seen this on Zazzle before, but I haven't seen this on too many other platforms, where let's just say I go to a keyword, or a design. Let's just go with this. If I click on this design real quick, if we look at the tags, okay, this is a pretty bad example. I need to find a better example. But basically what I'm trying to say here, and hopefully this is a good example. Here we go. This is an example, okay? When you add certain tags, not all the tags are what I call nominated. For those who've taken the Teepublic course know exactly what I'm talking about. Nomination or tag nomination is something that Teepublic chooses for you as a business. Let me explain what I mean. Let's say I create this design, I work hard to create it, I publish it, whatever, and let's assume that I'm approved on the marketplace as a seller, okay? I add certain tags for my design. Not every tag is going to be approved. As a seller, or nominated, approved is not the right word, nominated for the algorithm, meaning I add all these words. This one tag here that's grayed out means I am not approved for this tag, meaning Teepublic will not show that design to the people who are searching that tag. Now, there's a whole lot of reasons why this exists and why this happens. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about it here, but what I am going to say is, as a seller, you clearly don't want that. You don't want that at all. The point is, with everything that I'm saying, is that the main takeaway is that Teepublic is much more strict than it is Redbubble, and there are benefits to this, and there are drawbacks. The obvious drawbacks is that if you're a spammer, if you're a person who copycats, if you take advantage of other people's hard work, Teepublic is not the place for you. If you're the type of person who is a person who hates that kind of stuff, Teepublic is clearly the place for you. But you also have to be aware you're going to have to bypass certain approvals and certain things like that, which is perfectly fine. It's part of the game, at least for a certain set of people. Some people don't want to worry about that, and that's why they'll stick to Redbubble. At the end of the day, everybody has their own freedom to choose what they want, okay? So hopefully this video helps out. Maybe it gives some precedence as to how Teepublic actually functions. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.